Comedian.
Writing.
Jokes from Josh.
Zach. They are crazy.
I'm my special guest here today.
Podcast every week.
This is really fun.
What do you have, a couple of comedians?
All right, welcome to another eepisode of Comedians Writing Stand-Up Comedy. One day, we're going to write a better name for that, but right now it SEOs. I'm joined today by the very funny Taija out of Austin. What's up?
What's up, baby? What's up, man?
When you pronounce his name, you got to remember the Ty and the J. That's how we do it. Hell yeah. Also joined by my good friend and mentor out of Houston, the legend. Well, no, you're out of Toronto or Canada. Where are you right now?
I'm in Ottawa right now, but Houston for my heart.
Based out of Houston, but traveling through Canada, headliner Slade Ham. And as always, the co-host, Zack Marchand. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing good. Good.
We're going to jump right into the pod. The way this show works is we want you to prove you're funnier than a comedian. Jump in the comments section. They say 1,000 monkeys could complete the work of Shakespeare. Prove it. Be a monkey in the chat. Finish these jokes. Show these tags. They say 100 men could beat one gorilla. How many people on YouTube does it take to be funnier than Slade Ham? That's what we're going to find out today. Each comedian is going to bring one joke. We're going to do it the best we can and then talk about it with each other. So with that being said, Zachary Daiquiri Doc, I believe you have one ready in the chamber, right?
Yes, I do.
Welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, with one joke, Zack Marchand.
I'm genuinely terrified of my daughter becoming a Gen Z teenager. Like, I see TikTok. I know that it's coming. I'm just waiting for her to, like, call me some kind of cis gaslighting colonizer with, like, mid-aura. Like, that doesn't understand, like, Italian meme culture. I'm really scared. Like, they watch brain rot. Do you guys know what brain rot is? Brain rot is, like, where they watch mindless videos online for hours. Like, a video about, like, Shrek being a Marxist or how to, like, pour ketchup on my dog. And then they call it, like, peak comedy. Like, I showed her School of Rock. And she was, like, mid. And I was like, what are you talking about? School of Rock shows us the importance of how to pay rent and manipulate children to do it. Like, that's the best. I think the only way that I'm really going to connect with her, she has to date, get dumped, and hopefully listen to My Chemical Romance, and we can just sit in a room and be like, no one understands us. That's my only connection that I can have with her, hopefully through trauma and emo music.
Meow. Okay, that was a long one. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay. Guests. What do we think, guests?
So, go ahead. Somebody want to jump in? Go ahead.
Now you got it first. You go first.
I was just gonna say I like the idea of you finding the common ground, right? You've got her brain rot. You've got, because our shit is fucked up too, right? All the old stuff that was our way of seeing the world isn't any better. None of the stuff we experience is any greater than the stuff she's doing. It's just different. So you're really trying to find that common bond. The My Chemical Romance or the emo music, I think if you can find that the right lyrics that sort of call back to your generation, but also sort of address the problems of this generation. And then you got something funny because now you've introduced a thing, you've introduced another thing, and now you're bridging the gap with this third thing. Now I got to think about what those things are.
Yeah.
Taija.
I can add on to that. I think also bridging the gap is funny. The first thing my head went to was be like, when you showed her School of Rock, or it could be anything. When you showed her School of Rock, for example, and she was like mid, you could try to match the energy and be like, yeah, type shit.
Yeah.
Like to use your own slang, try to match it. And then I think that'll be fun. I think that's a funny angle to take. I think type shit's the perfect phrase. Like, yeah, type shit. Like, you kind of look off with it. Like, yeah, type shit.
Yeah. It's not as good as I thought. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
you're right.
There's also something funny too. Like, I like the idea of I've done it with different generations where I play a song, they play a song, I play a song, they play a song. If you're doing that kind of with movies where you present something that's really got some depth from your generation, you're like, connect with this. School of Rock is a great one, but to give it something specific out of that, and then when she shows you this thing and it's just, a kid get hit with a tortilla or whatever and she speaks about it like it's art.
Yeah, and they do. They present it like it's art. Like,
so,
I go to her and I'm like, here's Tim Dillon's new comedy special, and she's like, that's cool, Dad, but have you watched Italian Brain Rot? I'm like, no.
So elaborate on that and really like have her explaining something to you in depth.
Yeah.
Like it's the way a sommelier would explain a new wine to you that but her doing that with some brain rotty
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
piece of Italian content.
The
Well,
alt
you
that
could out brain rotter. It could be like you like, no, this is art, and then you show a Jackass or something. And then,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah,
come back,
Jackass was
come
our
over the
brain
top.
rot.
Like subvert the expectation.
Yes. I like that because that's a reverse. I was trying to think of what the earliest example I'm aware of. Slade might have an earlier example, but like there's this classic theme of like the younger generation is inferior in X way. Like I can go back, like I can remember like Carwin and Pryor. Like I don't know which came first, probably Pryor, I guess, but like Pryor saying like these young kids are soft. Like in my day, we used to, get hit with a brick when a girl dumped us, but now you're just, you're getting a phone call from the phone. So like I think that goes back as far as stand up does.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days had good old days.
Yeah, but the thing that I like about this from a Zack perspective is you're not just talking shit about Gen Z or young people. It's personal because it's you and your daughter. So I like that. I like that it's real, and I like that it's in character as like you. And then what I was waiting for or looking for, and I think that this has the potential for it, is like either you trying to be cool or her winning. I want to see her win, because if you start from a position of I hate her, I'm afraid, okay, great, but we need your daughter to win for so many reasons.
Yeah, it's actually funny if your generation stuff ends up dumber and brain rottier than hers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're trying to lead her to this pinnacle of artistic creation that was our generation, and when you get to the top, you're like, oh no, this kind of
like a guy farting in a gas mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is peak comedy, and she's like, this is disturbing. Like your generation was damaged.
Yeah, Jackass is great. Freddie Got Fingered is in that general vicinity in that area. There's some pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, Jackass, because you get to say phrases like, look, he's about to tase his balls, or things that are just complete brain rot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then she's like, you mean Loiter Squad, Dad? And it's like, no, that's not the original. The original alt that I had to this, and I'm glad I changed it. Instead of us connecting, the original alt was like, I guess I just have to hope that she just starts recording videos and is like the next Costco guys.
Yeah.
So no longer people want to be doctors or nurses. We just all hope they're the next Hawk-Tua girl, and I'm here for it. I'll work the ring light as long as I can retire.
Ooh,
But I do
that.
like.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. No, because I feel like almost like that's punching down more on Gen Z, and so no, I like it. Yeah, no, connecting more, a lot more back and forth. I'm definitely using type shit. Like
Zack is young. Zack is a little younger in his comedy, but he has a marketing background, and so because of that marketing background, he has like a real sense for like, creating like. We feel like we're in the room when we hear the joke. He does a good job of painting a picture. Sometimes though, I feel like you write a lot before you really do the joke, and so like I'll hold the flashlight for the OnlyFans thing. Like that's almost overwritten before you've really figured out. Remember, figure out what the angle is that you want to be in at the top, and then all the writing comes from that. But if you just start with the first angle and it's vague or loose and you overwrite, then it's like we never really find where it connects with the audience. But I like overall, like we don't have a rating system. Maybe we should add one. Big booms, like I'll give a rating. I'll start. I'll try to make it up. I think that the premise is on a 5, like it's a 4 out of 5 premise, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. I like that it's personal. I like that it has instant act outs. I like that it's talking about generation gaps. There's a lot of ways you could go with it. So I think keep on it, man.
a voice for my daughter. That's a big thing. My wife told me I need to develop is like a specific voice for her.
Anytime you do a back and forth, you've got to separate the characters, because you can't keep doing, and then she said, and then I said, and then she said, and I said. You remove all of those dialogue tags. If you just give voices, you can go right into the character, and we know
just make her sound like Megan the Stallion.
It could be if you can't do the voice though, right? Being really careful with your physicality can do almost the same thing. So like you're on stage, and I turn this way. Say a line instead of like a younger comic. I think sometimes we're tempted to go, and then she said and he said and like you don't have to do that. You can just be like, honey, did you cook dinner? No, I thought you were going to. Right? Just that simple. And if you're getting good laughs, where the laughter is where you turn. So like there's a cadence to it without having to do the voice. If I'm doing like a conversation with like my brother or like a coworker where the voice doesn't really seem appropriate, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can do the left right where once you establish, it's like anything else. Once you establish where something's supposed to be on stage, the audience will follow you. So if she's to this side and you're to this side, and then your sort of commentary over the top of it happens to the center, it's really easy to establish where whatever, and then you can interject with something she says where she'll go, like, have you listened to My Chemical Romance? And just because you're facing that direction when you say it, even though it came in when you weren't talking about her, we're instantly right back into the room because that's where she's supposed to be.
I love this combo. Hit subscribe, hit like, get in the comment section. Tell us what you think Zach should do with his kid besides holding the flashlight for OnlyFans. Coming next to the stage, it's the young gun himself, all the way from Austin, with a brand new joke. Make some noise for the very funny Taija.
Man. So I think niggas with acne shouldn't be able to own guns. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's hazardous. I don't think it should be able to have, 'cause like acne, that's like active shooter face. I think every school shooting is a bottle of face wash away from never happening. In my head, that's what I believe. Because I was in a Uber with these females, and she was telling me how she has these roommates, and she was like, "Yeah, I got this one roommate. He has like 20 guns, but he has real bad acne." And then the whole car just kind of like, "Hey, what? Let's stop the car. I can't do this, man. I can't. I don't like this." Because that's a red flag, man. To me, that's real. If I was at a gun range and it was a dude next to me, he's doing everything right. He's doing everything right. He has perfect form. As soon as I see he got acne, I'm like, you don't want to do this, brother. Just put that down, man. Let's go wash our face real quick, man. We don't want to go this route, man. And it's crazy with the school shootings, man. Because I'm from Nashville, and last year we had the first ever black school shooter.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. All I was thinking, I was like, man, this DEI shit is getting out of hand. That's crazy. But that's what I got so far with the bit.
I love it. Slade, you got thoughts, commentary on that? We were both enjoying that one.
Yeah, no, I was having a good time. I like the end. I like thinking races and different demographics get competitive with it.
Yeah.
Right, where it's trying to take the record back this year. I think I think a guy from Vietnam or an Asian dude had it for a hot minute up in Washington.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a funny. But there's also, I'm trying to think now of because there's other tells to school shoot. Right, the acne's a good. You start looking in there. A unibrow might get you.
Yeah.
Trying to think of those things that.
You test them.
It kind of stemmed from we was in the car and that actually happened, and this girl was just talking about how she got this roommate with all the guns, and as soon as she said he had real bad acne, me and my friend was in the car, was like, hey, we gotta
watch this. That's what they should just be pulling those dudes out of line at the airport.
That's what I'm saying. So that's when it kind of dawned on me how we was laughing on it. It was like, it's like everybody kind of knows it, but we don't really say it, and that kind of inspired it.
We don't need more cops. We need more dermatologists.
Yeah.
But like maybe there's like an indication of like there's maybe more things like he has acne, and you're like you walk up and you're like, "What's your favorite anime?" And he's like, "Well," and it's like that's a red flag.
Yeah.
There's other red flags like. Yeah, and then maybe there's a correlation between like why he has a dirty face to like school shooters. Like no one, you've never seen like no one with clean face has ever shot up a school. They're too busy living a good life.
That's what I'm saying.
And also, acne is kind of like a really archaic problem to have too, right? In 2025, like there's so many things to get rid of acne now. Like if you still have acne, it's almost like a choice. Like you're wearing it because you want people to know that you're coming. Yeah. Like, yeah.
I have a lot to add or comment on this. So as a starting point, I was really looking for pop, right? Like, if you, I was waiting for pop, right? The other one that I had was like conceal and carry, motherfucker. You need concealer, like
sealer.
That was there.
Yeah. Clear a seal and carry.
Yeah.
Do you know your rights?
A makeup angle. I was thinking about.
Yeah. So then
we don't get the word makeup.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
there's
feel-
almost something to him not it's like him not being identifiable on the camera or something, but it's because of all the cream or
Yeah.
is he wearing a mask? Is he?
I like this is a challenge, right? Because you have a good joke right now. And sometimes the good joke is the enemy of a great joke, right? So I'm going to challenge you because the whole thing was coherent, even though I heard two different ideas in it. There's two. You could separate those two, but there's one thing I'm going to challenge you on, okay? So I was a kid, and I got lucky. I had a lot of acne, still do, but it's all on my back. So I wasn't on my face. So like I was carrying a lot of acne. I went through a lot of shirts, but people didn't really know I didn't really get picked on, right? But I was still, as a kid, I was self-conscious about it. And I got a little older, I took care of it. I think you need a way, in my opinion, to separate grown men with acne and guns and the kids who become the school shooters. Because a lot of those school shooters, they're still whack. I'm not supporting it. But like, I was imagining a kid with a lot of face acne that became a school shooter. It's like, that kid got bullied and picked on. So really, you don't want your joke to be like picking on the kid who got picked on for something they can't control. So I like the idea of you separating. It's like men with guns. You got the gun, you didn't take the shower. Like you're 25. You had gun money. You didn't have soap money. Like you don't have hygiene. You definitely don't have trigger discipline. I really like the idea of focusing on the people who really have a choice, because you got a lot of kids, they don't know any better, they don't have access to shit. But it's like if you're grown and you're walking around carrying a gun,
they do.
The kids?
Think they do.
I don't know about kids, man. It's
This
hygiene.
Okay. I think it's. I think
springtime's $1, dude. Irish Spring.
That's what I'm
is
saying.
$1.
That's what I'm. It's not that hard to wash your face, and that's why I think. I do think it is it's a difference between a grown man with acne, because I think that it's a different animal, but also the kids, and those are the two separate ideas where it's like, I'm trying to find that bridge between them.
It's good. I'm saying it's good right now.
It's a choice. I do think it's a choice. It's like you choosing not to wash your face, and then that's what's scary.
I'm encouraging you. It's good right now, right? I don't believe there's a club, I won't name it, but there's a club in Dallas. It's a Dallas comedy club. I won't say the name of it, but they have a thing they make all the comedians sign, and it's like, I won't talk about something unless it's my struggle or my conf or whatever. I didn't read the whole thing. But basically what they're saying is they don't want men talking about women. They don't want white people talking about black people. They're like, here's the list of no-nos, right? I'm not that guy. I'm not telling you don't have acne, you can't do this joke. I'm saying you have a good joke right now, and I think there's just one more place you can go where you hit the separation. It elevates it to great, where like everyone universally is with you.
So so let me come around the other side of that though.
Yeah.
Because you're 100% right. The punch, all of that. But if you flip it the other way and go ridiculous to it, and these school shooters are like the dudes who just kept they're the ones that didn't take. They wash it every day. So you're just building up this constant frustration where this dude is trying to clean himself every morning, and the dirt just won't come off. It just that dude that's just Charlie Brown to death, right? By the time, so of course he shot the school up. That's every day you just pushing this rock up the hill like Sisyphus, and it just rolls back over your dirty face every single day.
Yeah, okay.
But I want to say one more thing. If I'm getting robbed by like a 25-year-old guy, I'm getting robbed by a 25-year-old guy with good skin and like a good, a good fit, like his hair's together. Like I was about to. It was gonna be obvious as a black guy at a certain point as I described the hair. But like if I'm getting robbed and he's like well kept, I'm not as nervous as if I'm getting robbed by somebody who's got a lot of face acne. It's way worse. I'm so much more nervous. I'm like, this guy is not in control. That to me, yes.
So that's kind of if you lace all this together, the fact that acne does seem like a choice in this day and age, right? Like it's if you can't get rid of acne in this day and age with all these different options, you're making a choice. And then the only reason you wouldn't be making that choice is if you just have it so bad that it's unfixable. And that's where I think the fun is to play in that, is to take a character who has just been beaten to death and you show, that's why the acne is a tell, right? Because it should be gone. Anybody who's got it must want it. And anybody who must want it must have been, or whatever. You just play out in that ridiculous with the guy who can't get rid of it.
And we all know those guys who had acne, and we know they spiteful. They angry. They be. It's a certain type of the people with the acne like that. they acted because my whole thing. I want to get down two things. I want to see like why when we was in the car when I was with my friend, he was also a comic. When she said that, when she, because we was like, he got 20 guns, we was all like, all right, that's kind of. But soon as she said the acne, we was all like, yeah, come on. And like, why was that funny in that moment when it happened? It's like, because why? That's what I'm trying to break down the core.
Okay.
Like, what's funny about that? And then trying to extrapolate.
You said 20 guns too, so it's like there's only so many types of people that have 20 guns, and it's like it's like a white guy that believes in militia.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's
okay. Go ahead.
There's something, but no, I'm sorry. There's something funny too, though. The fact that when you say school shooter, we all picture something, right? And nobody really gets specific in their brain with what they do. So when you say acne, it adds a detail that it's not in the fuzzy version I have until you say it, and then as soon as you say it, of course it's there.
See it. Right.
Of course it's there. Right. That's what he looks like. It's I'm peeling.
Clean and clear and under control. There's something we want our guys with guns to be clean and clear and under control.
Yeah, like be well careful. I was thinking of an angle of like it's illegal for a gun shop to sell you a single bullet. They can't sell you a single bullet at a gun shop because that's a real law because they say that you would what you finna use it for. But I think it should be something.
Let's stay in that. Let's stay right there. Hold on. It's illegal to sell one bullet. Like someone who's about to die can't buy 10 on a credit card like that. Like,
yeah, but
all right,
give me. I was like,
give me three then.
Give
me three.
But it's illegal. A gun shop can lose their license and they their vendors if they sell a guy a single bullet. It's illegal. But I was thinking if you walk up with a face full of acne, they should be able to be like, hey, look, bro. Like, it should be the same rule. Like you should, go wash your face.
Bar right there. That should go in it. As is.
That is funny. In fact, if you show up with acne, they should only be able to sell you one bullet. Because
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Because they know if they sell you more, you won't use it.
It's like an opposite reverse. And I see. I think we starting to piece it together because that angle, I was like, "There's something funny about it," but I couldn't.
You're getting to the.
It's a single bullet or a single bar of soap you pick. You can fix this and turn back now.
We did a background check on you. It's just your Facebook profile pictures. It did not come back clear.
Yeah. We did a background check and your face dirty. Like,
did my background check come back clean? Yes, but you didn't.
Yeah, your face not. That's
if he can't clean his face, he's not cleaning those guns. Something's gonna jam.
I don't want to hang on this too long because I know we.
I like it. I like it.
At the end, I had that line because we did have a school shooter. I mean, I'm from Nashville, and we had a black school shooter, and it wasn't like gang related. Like it was a traditional like I'm here to kill kids. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's been black kids that shot up a school, but it wasn't like I want to kill these kids. It was more like a background. Yeah. But he was like self-hating, crazy, right? But I had came up with that line with the DEI stuff. When it was like black school shooter, I don't know, man, this DEI stuff is getting out of hand. And I love that line, but I haven't been able to take any of this on stage yet. I just haven't because I want to flesh it out more before I take it. But
I love this. These are topics I would never cover, so I love talking about
another new dichotomy that's happening. Sorry, Josh.
No, go ahead.
It never happened when I was a kid, but like you guys notice, like all these female teachers are touching like male students. Like we joked about it when we were young. Now it's happening. It's like also now there's black shoot. Like there's 2025 is crazy.
Yeah.
Like
everything's been democratized.
Yeah. I love the line where you're like, yes, first black shooter. I love the fact that you have to be like, look, there've been a lot of black shootings, but it wasn't a school. These were all drug related. This is the first black. This is the first black shooting. This is the first black without a small business school shooting. Like this is the first black guy. Not later to be played by Denzel Washington to do a school shooting. Like
he's a Jackie Robinson.
I love that.
The Jackie Robinson of school shooters.
Dude, somebody's
I
got to be
feel
first.
like all these topics is spread though. If I feel like I can get it real cohesive and like a seam, like a line through them where it's just like bang, bang, bang.
So Yeah, figuring out that the big picture, because all these little things you got now, these are neat little sidebars. You can go off for 3 lines and come back to the main line, and then off for 3 lines and back, and you sort of beat the whole topic to death by the time you're at the end of it.
That's
I love
the plan.
I love that so much.
You got black people just now have to figure out hockey. We got school shooting.
Siri,
hockey's
flip a
next.
coin. Slade, you want heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads, you're going to go next. Okay. Coming next to the...
Did you just magic force a card on me?
Coming next to the stage. He's not
If I'd said tails.
He just doesn't show you the phone. He's like, "You're next."
I know how this works. There was no reason to go through all this. I'm gonna trick you, drama.
Taija, that was a really good joke. I feel bad for giving Zach's joke a 4 or 4.5 on the premise because we need a new scale now. We reset the scale. Score creep is very good, very strong. Multiple jokes, multiple lines, great stuff. Any other grading or commentary for Taija before we move on?
No, I'm thinking on both these still.
Okay, all right. Coming next to the stage with a brand hot new joke. It's the legendary Slade Ham, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
Yay! I wrote it Wednesday. Let's see.
You're not allowed to do that. The one rule.
I know. I broke it on purpose. I just like to see you have a conniption fit. It makes me so happy. You've done this every time I've done this show. You lose your shit, and I couldn't do it without doing it.
It's hard to do it. It's why we have the rule. I
know, but it's easy to intentionally step on the rule. Where are we at? YouTube is an educational place. I learned this on YouTube. Did you know that 82% of all matter in existence is a YouTube ad? Did you know that? Every 32 seconds, it hits you in the ear. You better not go to YouTube in a rush for information. I was at a restaurant with my friend the other day, and he started to choke. And I was like, what a wondrous day and age. I can just go on YouTube and look up the Heimlich maneuver. Hang tight, little buddy. I'll be right with you. So I go to type it in. Boy, the information is nowhere near the beginning. As soon as you click play, it's, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Justin. Welcome to 5-minute life-saving tips. Before we get into the video, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Better Health. Hold on, buddy. Don't die. Let me just click to the video. But as soon as you click on it, it's offering you this part I don't know, Ozempic and car insurance and everything. There was an ad from Pi Ad Blocker trying to sell me an ad block with an ad. That's like an exterminator showing up at your house with a sack full of rats. Hello, you need rats? You got rats? So eventually it pops back on. It's like, all right, we're back with the. You're like, oh, he's very dead now. He's totally dead. Upside is the restaurant said they'll comp our meal, so there's that. What? No, put the appetizer on him, and he also ordered all my drinks. Anyway. That's how far I am with. I don't really know what I'm playing with. The idea of obviously YouTube just going from this informative, wonderful place to just dragging our attention and identities out till they shred to death. But I need to punch up the ads that are in there. That's really I want to do this spot on quick impression of the 3 or 4 things that we always find on YouTube. But I want it's hard up here in Canada right now because they don't have the same. I wrote this joke Wednesday, so I'm testing it with ads that are American ads. But if you say liberty, 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 these people just stare at you. They're like, our car insurance is totally different. We don't listen to that shit.
Interesting. I had a couple thoughts. So I really like how you're like, whatever percentage you said of tangible matter. No, you said matter. I wanted the word tangible.
Interesting. Because it gives you the physical element.
Yeah. The other thing is the world is like 72% water and 58% YouTube ads. Like
that. There you give it another metric next to it.
Yeah. I also love the idea of you're like, does anyone a doctor? And it's like, no. It's like, okay, yeah, this is a pretty shitty restaurant. Does anyone know how to do the Heimlich maneuver? And then it's like, no. And it's like, damn, we're really eating in the wrong neighborhood. It's like, it's okay. I could pull it up on YouTube. And so you pull it up on YouTube and the ad comes up and it's like skip ad. And you're like, yes. And it's like, would you like to buy YouTube Premium? No more ads. And so you're sitting there, you're like, well, it could be faster to just get the YouTube Premium because I don't know if how many videos I'm going to need. So you're trying to buy YouTube Premium and it's like, do you want to connect Apple Pay? And it's like, it is convenient. And like you haven't even started the video yet. So I like
constantly.
Yeah. I really, really like because I'm a YouTuber, I make YouTube. This is on YouTube, by the way. Comment, like, subscribe. That is a little ad inside the inception. But I like how they will take 2 minutes of content and stretch it to 8 to get the mid-roll ads.
That was the other line. At one point the guy goes, without further ado, let's thank our sponsor. I go, you think this while I go over here and Google what further ado means, because clearly I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, it takes the longest record of holding breath is 8 minutes. And that's exactly how long this video is. So stay and follow, and we're going to save his life. Remember, brain death starts at the 5 minute. If he's non-responsive, you're going to want to check out this other video on how to do final life estates and living will and trust.
That having him point to the click on this other video, having him send somewhere and just really want to drag this out, but make sure every beat moves it forward a little, right? I don't want to just do impressions.
If your friend's face is turning red, check out this video. If your friend's face is turning blue, check out this video. If their face is cold to the touch, then we would like to give you a word from our sponsor, Heath's Funeral Arrangements. With Heath, you can get a casket for $9.99, American made. Yeah,
that's the funny concept of the funeral ad.
Yeah,
being in just the right place.
Well, I think the one thing I thought about too is, and you see it a lot of times, they'll place the ad right before. What they'll do is they'll like put the video out and they see the biggest point of retention in a YouTube video. And so what they'll do is they'll place the ad right before that. So if it's a choking video, it would be right before they show you how to do the Heimlich. So what happens is you have the conniption of thinking about paying for YouTube Premium, Apple Pay, gets to it. Okay. You put your arms there. You're about to go. And he goes, all right. And then you're going to, and then it goes straight to another ad.
Straight to an ad.
And, like you're building it up. He's about to show you how to do it. And then it just is like Blue Chew. And it's like, dude, and he's
Blue
like,
Chew.
Everyone's like, dude, why didn't you pay for YouTube Premium? You just were about to do it. It's like, I didn't think I'd run into another ad. I already went through the one ad.
Like, if you survive this, if you follow these tips and you've survived, you don't have to worry about rigor mortis, but you still want to stay hard. Check out Blue Chews.
Yeah.
Blue Chews is funny. I love the sound of the words Blue Chew is funny.
Oh no, and it did it because you guys kept talking about how his face was blue, so YouTube heard it and thought you were talking about Blue Chew. So that's why it placed the ad there. It's like, no,
Phone's always listening.
Yeah, his face is blue. I am hard right now. That's weird. I don't need that.
I think it could be a funny angle. It's like you end up being interested in the ad. Like the ad comes on, you're like, hold on. And then like
something
that you start to like.
Totally sidetracked and distracted. They got me plowed 3 rounds into Candy Crush.
Yeah, something.
It's like hair restoration, Blue Chew, and everyone's just like, you're justifying to everyone in the restaurant. You're like, I don't know why I'm getting these ads. I don't know.
Yeah, because I like the idea of what's funny in the bit is if I introduce and then I'm in the middle of this, I want to get sidetracked long enough and distracted long enough that we're sort of in what feels like a different bit, so that when the guy comes back and goes, all right, we're back, I'm like, we're back in the room suddenly. You're like, oh yeah, he's dead. So finding either an ad that attracts me and I like, or an ad that angers me to the point where I'm like, you know what, I will visit the sponsor, and then I go get the guy's email address. I'll get your lead sales guy and I'll punch it in every porn site I can find if you're gonna interrupt everything I'm trying to do. What? Oh man, yeah, he's very dead. Like just something that can go ahead.
I like the idea because I struggle with this, and I think a lot of people do. I'm so plugged into the digital world that I have to try to be more present, and it feels like I'm disconnected from what's going on in front of me. So it's like I'm with my wife. It's like I want to be present, but I'm on the phone. So I think it's funny, or there's maybe commentary here that you're trying to save his life, and you're so caught up in trying to get the answer digitally that you're not even in the room with him to save him or watch him die. Like his last moments are watching you stare at your phone angry. What if I have to walk outside for service? Even there's like some options where I just could
that's
be
funny. He's like, hold on, and then you go outside for service. I think that's a funny angle.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit in it. I got one more show tonight, but it's 3 shows old, so
maybe someone's trying to sell a course. You want all the advanced life-saving techniques in EMT Plus for only $99.99.
You need more than just the Heimlich maneuver. Sign up for our class. That's funny.
Well, you come back in and he's already saved, and you're like, "But did you do the thing? Did you see this? Did you
That's
do
funny.
that though? Did you did? Cool." Because
Yeah. I was
All
thinking
right.
of something like that. Like, what if it takes so long that he ends up being saved already, and like some
Yeah.
like a twist like that, or like what if the ad, like I was talking about, like the ad, it got you interested. You look over your shoulder, and he's like, "Damn, what's the link to that?" Like he done got up, and he like,
Now
"Damn,
he's interested. He's helped himself. He's
yeah, what a some shit, yeah.
I love that.
Something like that.
I love that. Hell yeah. I'm excited to see that grow. That's a Wednesday
Yeah.
joke, and I could count on one hand. I mean, I could count on a lot of hands how many comics are 3 years in, and that would be their best joke. So that's great, Slade. It's funny to see how, as a comedian, you kind of compound and you compound and you compound, and then it's like every new thing, it's new, but it carries all the years of experience.
Well, there's something like this will be the germ of something, right? Because it's hard for me to think in when I think of jokes like this. This probably won't be on a set list as a joke. Like I'd never write YouTube. It'll say tech and it'll represent 8 or 9 minutes, right? So I'm always looking at with an idea like this where there's a germ of something, which I got on Wednesday, and it's a softball. I'm just talking about YouTube at the moment, but if I can compound it, there's these little sidebars that really are what will make the joke, right? The way we're distracted by ads and lose track of the real world, the way all these little pieces that are more emotional underneath it all, the way we're just frustrated and everything. That's where I think the side roads are, and this will just end up being the anecdote I use my friend choking in a restaurant to talk about all that shit.
Right.
I think it's a symptom of how we're reliant on the internet for stuff. Like statistically, 62% of people in America look up how-to content every single day on YouTube.
I was going to say
Gen Z
that
actually goes to TikTok, and we're so relying on it that it's like if we didn't have this, like I couldn't change the tire.
It's the same muscle as using your GPS to get to your house.
Oh
right?
yeah,
like that reliance. What if the EMP fell tomorrow and all of the tech disappeared? How would we ever
get
do anything
MapQuest
at
stock? Not remember MapQuest back in the day? That was a real thing.
Bro, I used to print directions out and drive with a stack of paper to flip. Where am I supposed to turn? Flip. Where am I supposed to turn? So yeah, that's the. I think there's something to just the whole big picture of tech, and that's how we get our information, and all these obstacles that just keep piling up in front of our access to the information.
Or even like, okay, so we live in Dallas, and it's a bigger city, pretty big metroplex. And I don't know every street in Dallas, but when I first got here, I just spent 5 minutes on a map, and I memorized, okay, 635 is here, tollway is here, 75 is here, 121 is here, 30 is here, tollway. So once I just memorized that, I'm at the most 5 minutes of driving in a straight line from knowing where I am. At the most. Sometimes way less if I see a sign. So I was talking to my wife who gets lost with GPS, and I'm like, why didn't you just look for 75? And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know where 75 is? And she's like, I know when I'm on 75. I'm like, you don't know where 75 is? And I took out a piece of paper and I drew it. And she's like, how'd you do that? Like I did like some kind of magic. And I'm like, you've lived in Dallas for 12 years. How can you not loosely do the highways? But she uses her GPS she'll use her GPS to go to like Kroger 4 blocks away. So it has ruined her brain.
That's sort of what I'm playing with in this thing is if you have to, just anything that you normally do, there's just obstacles and things to get in the way, and we should not be so tech reliant. I should just save my friend from the Heimlich.
All right, Zachary Dockery Doc, you want to bring me up? I'm going to close this show out.
All right, coming to the stage right now with a brand new joke is Josh Stramiello.
I was having a bad day, and so I called my best friend, like in the whole world, and he's a doctor. He does a little better than me. So I was like, how you doing, man? He's like, dude, it's a rough day. Wife and I are buying countertops, man, and it's like really, really tough. Like I showed her a countertop I wanted. It was Dolomite, and she's like, this is what your parents have. I don't want to have the same countertop as what your parents have. And then he was like, how about soapstone? And she's like, I don't want soapstone. It's going to be too hard to clean. So we're in a big fight right now. We're in a just big fight, man. It's been a rough day, dude. He's like, how about you? I was like, yeah, I mean, my mom died. So soapstone, you know. And in that moment, like, I wasn't trying to punk him. She did die, and I was calling because I felt bad. But I was thinking about, I was like, his struggle is still real. Like, it doesn't matter. He's a rich doctor. It doesn't matter who you are. You're still fighting with your wife about something. You're fighting with your girl about something. Like, that's soapstone is like a rich person argument, but then you got like a middle class argument, and it's like, hey, are we gonna pay for Netflix or Hulu? And it's like, well, I think Hulu is better. And it's like, well, I think my ex still has a Netflix password. Why are you using your ex's password? Like, you gonna pay for both? And it's like, fine, we're gonna use your ex's password, but we gotta make 2 accounts. And then, like, that's a real fight all the way down to, like, homeless people. And, like, there's, like, 2 homeless people that are fucking. And then, you know, the guy and the girl don't really get along. And, you know, the girl's like, how come you didn't, like, dumpster dive today? And he's like, we got enough, woman. She's like, no, like Doug is always dumpster diving. If I was with a man like Doug, like, he would get fresh shit out of the dumpster every day. And he's like, you want me to dumpster dive every day when you don't even turn tricks anymore? I don't know. What I'm trying to do is, that's the end of the joke. I'm trying to take the real thing that happened of this phone call. This happened yesterday. I'm trying to take the real thing that happened of this phone call about soapstone, where like he talked about it for like 10 minutes before I told him my mom died. I was like trying to listen, and I want to compare that to everyone's struggle that feels real to them, all the way down to homeless people fighting. So there we go.
You're playing with relativity, right? This is everybody's situation is bad relative to their overall situation. So
Right.
you've got doing the layers of like, you can either break this down as like classes, right? Middle class, lower class, homeless, rich people, the different levels of problems. I think there's something too to the idea that, like, when you were saying that, I'm picturing like a soldier in battle, right? But having to have the soapstone conversation with the wife who's they're together, they're a unit, but they're dealing with 2 totally different levels of what's important right this fucking second.
Yeah.
Right. But we got to pick the tile for that was a mortar that just went off. So let me send some men, and then we'll get back to the tiles.
Yeah, I like that. There's another idea that is completely separate, but kind of relates to your analogy. I have ADHD, and I was previously diagnosed with PTSD, and I never really done jokes about it on stage, but it's like, you know, you don't see ADHD marches. Like, autism's hot right now. Everyone is talking about autism. Like, they got a movement going. Like, people talk about the gay agenda. It's really autistic, but they're unified. But ADHD, like, we never follow through with plans. Like, we try to put a march together, and then it just goes in 50 directions. But
yeah, shit, I'm still at the Starbucks. I'm sorry. I forgot it was at 3.
But PTSD is crazy because we don't get along, because we don't have a shared experience. Because like PTSD, you'll have a person who really has PTSD, and they were the soldier, they were in the shit. Like they held their friend and they watched him die. But then you also got someone who does have PTSD because one time their bangs got cut too short. But they do have PTSD. It's still PTSD. It's what I'm saying. It's really a spectrum. It's way more of a spectrum than autism. You got people that look way different from each other, but they still bedwet and they have panic attacks.
Yeah. And those guys don't understand why they can't have a fireworks show with all their PTSD friends.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking when you first said it, when you was talking about the counterstone, he was like soapstone, and then he was like dolomite. And she was like, no, I don't like dolomite. But I was thinking like, what are you, racist? Like, what? Because I was thinking dolomite is like black. I don't know what dolomite is.
You thought it was like a 70s black action movie, like Black Dynamite?
That's what I'm
Black
thinking.
exploitation, yeah.
But you said it as a like a type of counter, like
as the marble from Northwest Italy that it is.
Yeah,
I'm a geologist.
So I think it's room for a quick line about that. I'll be like, or like when you was like soapstone, or like after you say my mom died, you be like dolomite. What is she, racist or something like? How she didn't like it, I don't know. Something about that. I think. It's
we're dolomite. We're not in Detroit.
We have to talk. We have. If you started with us, we have to talk about the dolomite.
Yeah.
Or we have to. Can we talk about dolomite real fast or whatever? You open it up ambiguously enough to to say something dumb and then get corrected.
I like my countertops like I like my coffee. Italian.
I do think I really like the continuous class comparison, and then I think one thing that could tie, like, there's one thread that ties it all together. There's a low hanging fruit of like, women are indecisive or something like that. No matter what their class is, I don't think that's it, but there is a tie through it all where it's like, it's like no matter,
to have a basically to replay the same argument through all those different lenses.
Yeah.
Right. If you're having the basic, I can't believe you spent our extra money on X. Right. Or if you're having the, you don't clean up the kitchen argument, but just to look at what that looks like through the lens of each class.
It's
to pick your problem.
It's the woman getting upset about something that is not essential. So I didn't do it in the middle level when I made the guy jealous of the Netflix password. So it's probably not a good second example to lead there. I think the middle is disjointed.
You want people to be able to track the change, right? To after the first one, when the second one happens, oh shit, there's a pattern here. So by the time the third one comes around, boom, 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 everybody sees the big picture. So you kind of do have to keep it linked. You can't jump from this problem here to the Netflix thing here to you just want it to constantly be escalating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I still think the password stuff works. Like, it could be like the idea that she wants to pay an extra $10 a month so you guys don't use your ex's account. That's irrational. I believe that's kind of irrational.
I'm not a cuck. I do use my wife's ex's Netflix, but I'm not a cuck. Like,
it's your wife's ex's.
Bro, it's $10, homie.
I'm not a cuck, dude. Like, if anything, he's paying for my lifestyle. He's the cuck,
That's what a cook would say.
I did make a separate.
And you got to think about it. He knows how much Love Island you watch.
Yeah. I be trying to watch.
Soap operas,
I'm just trying to watch extra masculine things on my separate account, just so he doesn't sound like a bitch. It's like, yo, we watching every movie with The Rock. I don't care how bad it was.
I didn't know there were all these Taekwondo training videos on Netflix.
I am concerned he keeps watching like 500 Days of Summer, all these movies where it talks about getting his ex back. It's just like he's either a real theater
you go
head
on his account looking at what the ex is watching.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm happy we talked through this. I think this is a funnier joke to work on. The idea that, like, I'm not a cuck, but I do use my ex's.
That's a funny,
my wife's ex. Okay,
it's a really funny premise.
Yeah.
It's all movies like The Other Woman, Unfaithful, The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
It's like movies. Yeah, it's just movies about cheating, and he's just like he's getting ready for something.
I think it's funny if you find that on your girl profile too. I'm like, what you trying to tell? It's all movies about having affairs and shit.
I'm looking at some. Two can play that game.
Y'all that's so funny. The idea that nobody's even watching this shit on Netflix. You guys just have a war of trying to show the other person what you want. You're trying to portray the version of yourself that you want them to think you are through your Netflix choices. That
you watch Gone Girl, so you let her know it could happen.
It's like recently, I love the idea also of like being petty, and like he sees I start watching Daredevil and I'm on like season 1, episode 3. So he goes in and changes it. So my next episode up is like season 4 finale. And I'm like, no, what? How's everyone dead?
You can build a whole war here, and then you're justifying it all by you're saving $10 a month.
Yeah.
Wait, why'd you call Kevin? I kept fucking him on my episodes. That's why you called Kevin. Yeah, I did. I had a real problem with it.
Are we polyamorous at this point? Like,
yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. And also,
this
like,
dude is very in our lives.
At what point is it worse than the alternative, right? At a certain point, I wish she was like texting her ex instead of just like there's something else there. Yeah. I like that. Hell yeah, cool. That's why we do it. Wasn't even thinking of that as the line, and we pulled the line out. Look forward.
That's where the best jokes come from.
Yeah. Slade, have any projects that you want to pimp out? Check out the special Signal/Noise. What else?
And taping a new one in November. Everything's, I'm just on tour, man. I'm trying to knock out this show by November. I just finished the first draft of my new book. It's been a good week, so I'm excited.
Where are you taping?
I'm taping in Houston again. So
Okay.
I'm taping at the Midtown Arts and Theater Center in Houston. So it's
I'm gonna be there I'm gonna be there for this one, even if like
Come on.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for this one. All right.
It's gonna be badass.
Taija, what do you want to shout out, brother?
Man, not too much. Just out here in Austin grinding, doing shows. If anybody's ever in Austin, I'm everywhere. Every club, I'm here.
Yeah, and when you get to Houston, man, we should connect because I'm just up the street from the Secret Group and
For sure.
Punchline too.
For sure. I haven't done the Punchline yet. I did two trips up to Houston. I was with Cam Patterson when he did the Secret Group. He did like a one-nighter there.
Yeah.
And then, so I did that with him. And then I did The Riot and then just some other shows at the Secret Group. I haven't done Punchline yet.
I can. We'll talk off air. I'll set you up with some contact.
Appreciate it.
I love it. Comics helping comics is how the world works. All right. That's going to do it for this one. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that shit. We'll see you in the ad section.
Comedian
Writing
jokes podcast every week. People love comedians. That's all, folks.
See you on the flip side, egghead.